Okay, so this is just a quick introductory video to some long-term testing I'm going to be doing on this Oxford Mondial Laminate jacket. It's a jacket, to be honest, I didn't know existed until I was at the NEC motorcycle show in the UK this last week. I was just wandering around and somebody said, have you seen the new Laminate by Oxford? What's interesting is it's only 250 quid. So I was quite intrigued. I went over to the stand, had a chat with them there. They were doing a 10% discount on the jacket, so for $225 I've got myself a laminate jacket. I went for the slightly gaudier colour rather than the darker green and the grey they've got, just because I thought visually for photos and for videos it'd stand out a bit more. I'm not normally into this sort of Power Ranger-y style of adventure jacket, but I kind of like this one. I mean, first and foremost, it's a very good fit on it. It's very comfortable. It's a little bit short in the body, I think. You know, I'd like to have been a bit longer, and I'd like it to have been a little bit taller in the neck. But the fit is nice. I've got a large, you know, I'm 5'10", so 80 kilos, 13 stone, and I've got a large. It's adjustable here, adjustable in the arms. And I think for me the test is going to be if it's waterproof or not. You know, I do guided runs. I take people on trips around the UK and overseas. I do a lot of miles, and you've got no choice whether to ride if it's raining or not, so I need something that's all day dry and comfortable. I didn't get the trousers yet, and maybe that'll be something I'll buy in the near future. But yeah, just keen to give it a go. Sort of my comparison and what I've been basing it against. Over the last year I've been wearing a Revit Sand 3, the urban one, which I really like. I think as a sort of a stylish, subdued adventure jacket. I really like this. It's really practical, good pockets. You know, it's just a nice jacket, good armour, good vents. It's 500 quid though. It's a lot of money for what is essentially a 3-layer jacket. So you've got the warmer interior layer, the waterproof liner in the middle, and then this outside layer, which on this Revit Sand 3 it just absorbs water as soon as water hits it. So why that's no good for me on my guided runs is if this gets wet throughout the day, it just stays sodden overnight. You know, if you're camping and you're in your tent and your exterior jacket is wet through, then it's just going to be miserable the next day. Obviously the idea with the laminate is that it doesn't allow water to absorb through it, so it sheds the water, so it essentially stays dry. So I like this Sand 3, but it's not a good practical jacket. What I generally have found I've had to do with the three sort of level jackets is wear an external membrane. I just buy these from army surplus stores, and I wear these over the top, nice and high in the neck, long in the body. So for all day on the bike, you know, it's a really solid solution. So for me, really, rather than spending £500 on a fancy jacket, which is not that great, I'll probably buy myself a cheap jacket with some padding in it, and then just buy one of these jackets, army surplus, 25 quid, completely waterproof, and jobs are good ones, really. Another jacket I've used is an RST Adventure 3. Again, another three-layer jacket, a non-waterproof outer with a waterproof inner. To me, far too bulky, too big in the shoulders, a little bit too macho, and I mean, these are a good jacket for 250 quid, but again, the outer is going to wet out and leave you sodden and cold in the morning, so that's no good. I have tried a laminate before. I like the Blade jacket by Klim, which is also laminate, but it's a little bit too dainty, again too short, and it's I don't know, it doesn't feel overly warm or substantial. A nice jacket, and it has kept me dry, but it's not the holy grail, and it's more expensive than the Oxford. So the Oxford, to me, coming in at $250 for a jacket, which has got a nice thermal liner. It's got a nice sort of snug feel to it. Feels like it's going to be warm. Laminate exterior, so it's not going to absorb any water. I think if it's good, it's going to be great. So I'm going to ride it over the winter. I'm going to ride it through spring when I've got my trips happening over to Ireland and places like that where it's going to rain every day, and see what happens. This could be a good thing. I think personally the clothing market for motorcycling is just gone bonkers. Yeah, paying £800 for a jacket and £600 for a pair of trousers, it's just out of most people's price range. So for Oxford to take this leap into laminate technology at a budget price range. Big gamble really, it really could ruin the name if this comes out and it's rubbish, doesn't last. But they're giving it a 3-year warranty. I think that takes a little bit of faith in the product. So we will see how we go. Hopefully I'll get it out. I've got a V-Strom 1000 long-term test bike at the minute, which I'll probably take on a good long run. I think really, you need to take your jacket out for a good day or so in the rain, sustained rain, to see if it's waterproof or not. There's no point blasting it with a hose pipe or going out for an hour, because that's no good. Most jackets will keep you dry for an hour. It's whether they'll keep you dry for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, and what they'll be like, the next day. So yeah, give it a go. Cheers.